WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
All right, 20 minutes after 11 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. If you've ever gone to the First Friday Art Walk, you've seen Robin and I sitting on the corner downtown playing two musical instruments. She plays a mandolin. I play an accordion.
Yes, it's beautiful.
When I was a kid, I learned how to play accordion, and then I stopped playing it after I was probably 13 or 14 or whatever. And so then, 100 years later, I wanted to go and get one again. And when I went to the accordion store, I said to the guy, I want an accordion that can play that French sound. And he said, that's called musette. I didn't even know what it was called. Mm-hmm. So when I got an accordion that could play that sound, oh my gosh, I just loved it. And so we downtown on the corner, when you see us downtown on the First Friday Art Walks, that's what we're trying to recreate, is that French environment. And in fact, we've been told this. People who pass by who don't know we're there, and we're not famous or anything. We're just sitting there, and we're not really doing a show. We're just playing like ambiance music.
Yes,
right?
for the other artists.
And they'll say, "Oh my gosh, I felt like I was walking down a French street or something." Mm-hmm. And I've never been to France, so I don't know. But you, Robin, you looked at this book, Home Sweet Maison,
yes.
Right? Am I saying it right?
Yes.
And you learned how to fold a sheet.
I did. This was great. I tried it last night and it worked. And thank you so much, Danielle.
All right, so that is the book, Home Sweet Maison. It's written by our guest, Danielle Postel-Vinay. Good morning, Danielle. Thank you for being on our show.
Good morning. Are you going to play the accordion for me?
Yes, I will.
I'd love to hear it.
Where are you? You're going to have to come over here, though.
I'm in New York, but I would rather be there because it's warmer and there's accordion.
There you go.
Well, see, that's my dream. I'm from New York, and I said, we were up there on Thanksgiving. I said, Robin, when we come back up, we got to bring the instruments. We'll play in Central Park. People just poop on us.
Please let me know.
Yeah, we'll do the little French thing up there. So thank you for writing this. So tell me the story behind the book.
Well, the story behind the book is that I have long been fascinated by the ambiance and just the beauty of French homes. I'm married to a Frenchman. I've spent a lot of time in France, and every time I would go, I just noticed that they lived differently than we did. So I started asking questions and visiting lots of French homes, and gradually I compiled this book, essentially, about how they live in their spaces, which I find is very different than how we live in our spaces.
In what way? What's different?
Well, there's an obsession with ritual. Things happen in a certain way, the whole family participates, and it's just understood, for example, that you're not watching television and checking your email and having a glass of wine and cutting onions and eating dinner all at the same time. There's a sort of reduction of activity to create special moments between people, normally the family, but it can be friends or other relatives, that creates connectedness and a sense of well-being in the home. And so this book, what I do is I walk my readers through room by room and discuss what happens in the room, the rituals and the traditions in that room. Also, how it looks. So there's a little bit of home decor involved, but mostly it's about the culture and lifestyle of living in a French home.
And I did notice the drawing of the Shalimar perfume bottle on your cover, too, because that was like a staple for my mom.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Yes, very important, that drawing. The cover is quite beautiful. It's an artist named Danielle actually drew that, and she's very talented. But, to tie it in with the book, the French use scent in a way that is fascinating to me. For example, they have home scents in their entranceway often. So you walk in and there's a particular scent that you identify the family with. That's something I find very beautiful and interesting, and that I started doing in my own home here in the States.
Really? I wonder what scent my house has.
Accordion.
So
Accordion.
yeah. So how does that manifest? Like those things that you just described, does it make life less anxious? Like are they less hectic than we are?
I think that what it does is it creates an organizing principle where the end result is pleasure, right? All of it is meant not to be a sort of military style, we have to do this way and this way. No, the end point of all of it is that the family, the family together and companionship creates happiness. And so, I find that French families tend to have more discussion, get to know it. They have more intimacy in the home. They tend to know what's going on in each other's lives maybe a little bit more. Mm-hmm. But in the end, what is really fascinating to me is that when you have a big group of people together, everyone just sort of understands intuitively what those rooms are for and how they work for them.
Does the lifestyle explain, and tell me if this is what do you call a stereotype or not, but does it explain why they can eat so much and not be fat?
That's a mystery.
Well, actually the truth is they don't eat so much.
Oh, they don't.
What they do is they eat very high quality food, and they have much smaller portions. That's the trick. And they also, and this is something I talk about in the dining room chapter of Home Sweet Maison, is that they have a very ritualized way of eating in that it feels like they're eating more because it's in courses. There's always a first course, second course, third course. It can be very simple. It could be like a small salad, a pizza, and a brownie. Those are 3 courses. But they sit down and they actually eat them in stages with each other. So it feels like they're eating more when actually they're not.
Really?
And it's very family oriented. I mean, gosh, you came to the defense of the French while you were speaking with someone else who had never been there. But it's very family oriented and a very, very colorful existence.
I find it to be, yeah. It's
I
very
hear accordion
much about
music in the background.
Connection.
That's me. Sorry.
He's serenading us.
I put that in there. It's not me playing though. It's just I found it on the internet.
I found it interesting that the French don't like to drink milk with their meal, and milk is such a staple here.
Yeah, no, that never. Or juice. Maybe a little bit of juice with breakfast. But no, it's very much wine, water, sparkling water. They have all different kinds. It's amazing. You walk into a grocery store and they have 20 different kinds of sparkling water from different places, and it's incredible. It just isn't in their culture to drink milk, but they have wonderful dairy products, like cheeses and yogurts and all of that, right, which are very much part of their diet.
Oh my gosh!
This is a wonderful book.
Thank you for being on the air with us. You kind of made this is the last interview of the morning, so you gave us a really nice way to end it. Home Sweet Maison.
Oh, I'm so glad.
I hope I said that right. The French Art of Making a Home. I found it on. It's number 1, by the way. Did you know that? Did you know you hit number 1?
Number 1 where?
On Amazon. Hold on, let me find it again.
Congratulations.
Let me read it.
Oh, awesome.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I didn't know.
It's number 1 in interior design decorating. It's got a little banner on it on
oh my goodness.
Amazon.
Yay. Well, let's celebrate.
There you go. We'll have some
accordion.
French wine.
Get some accordion
music.
There we go. Get the wine out. Danielle, that was fun. Thank you for being on. And the website, you have a website for your book?
I do. It's my name, www.DaniellePostel-Vinay.com. You can just do a search for Home Sweet Maison and it will come up.
Okay, Home Sweet Maison. One day I'm going to get there. The closest I ever came, I went to Quebec. It felt sort of kind of like this. So, I don't know.
Yeah, I bet it was nice.
It was beautiful.
But yeah, I encourage you to go.
Thank you, Danielle. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
Life South encourages you to share the love this winter by sharing life through blood donation. The winter season is always a difficult time to collect enough blood to keep local hospitals stocked. So embrace the giving spirit and give the greatest gift of all this year. Give life. Your blood donation could help save as many as 3 patients at your local hospitals. Visit lifesouth.org